Alright, before we get into this video today, I just want to take a minute to mention, you'll notice this microphone on my hat in a lot of the clips and trying to use this microphone, and it wasn't until the very end of the video that we realized that these mics actually were not working with my phone. I'm not 100% at this time what the issue is. Hopefully I'll figure it out soon, but I wanted to make that clear because a lot of the way that I tried to film this video was by actually using the lapel mic. So if this is coming out, we were able to salvage it. Otherwise, you're probably never going to see this, but it's just one of those things. Things didn't go as planned. They didn't work as they should. We know these microphones work. They work well. They've worked on another video that I did recently, but something about them connecting to this specific phone did not work. So hopefully I'll figure that out soon. But in this opening clips that you're seeing now, we were giving the dog a bath. That was something that was much overdue. Yes. All right. So in these clips that you're seeing now, we're giving the dog a much-needed bath. That was something that was way overdue, something that we definitely not done recently. The main reason of that is because when we had our bathroom redone, we didn't want to put the dog in the new tub, honestly. And so we finally got her out there. She now smells a lot better than she had been smelling before, thankfully. That's something that I'm glad to say. But that was just one aspect of the laziness that we're going to be talking about in this video today, the things that we've been putting off or not being able to do as we would like to.
I'm not going to run outside and you're going to take a bath.
Taking a bath today.
Yeah.
First things first. She needs to get brushed.
Yes.
Settle. You're not going to smell it back. This is long overdue. Doesn't that feel so good, getting all the stinky stuff?
Into the dry station of the normal one.
So glad that that's over, but it was far overdue. But it's not the only thing that's been overdue for a while. I was looking before actually starting this video, and we haven't recorded an actual video since August 3rd, and today is September 2nd. Now, that's not to say that we haven't made some content. We did record some video clips over the last month, but we got so ahead on videos that we didn't actually have to record anything. I think I recorded 3 videos in one day and then 2 videos in another weekend, and so we had, for our release schedule, 5 weeks of content built up that quickly, and I'm not even sure what we had built up before that. So we had a lot of stuff that we were able to put out, and it allowed us to really just fall into our laziness and not have to think and try to make a video, not feel obligated to record things, and yeah, that's just kind of what happened. And so we did do a few things though. We got RC plane, which is pretty cool. I've been flying that a decent amount, not as much as I would hope to have been flying it, but it's also a lot scarier than I thought it was going to be. My first flight, as you can see, didn't really go as planned.
How to get away?
And actually, that wasn't my first flight, but my first day of flying. That was actually my last flight of that day, because after that I was like, nah, this is a good time to stop. But we also got an RC truck, an RC crawler. We got really into RC stuff in the last month, and we've not done a whole lot with that in videos yet, but I'm sure that's going to come down the pipeline. And then also we had the movement conference, which was a great time, and it was our son's first time getting to sing in the kids choir, which was really cool. And then in the same week was his birthday, which is what we just finished up with this weekend. And so that was a great time. He got to have a lot of stuff, a lot of friends, things like that, and a lot more toys, and a lot of really cool toys that I kind of want to put in some form of either this video or a video to come. But all in all, it's been a very busy month, but we've still allowed laziness to take over. And that's something that I kind of really want to talk about in this video. Because this whole issue with laziness is not just an issue of this week or this last month, but really it's something that I think I've struggled with really my entire life, but also like just for the last little bit especially. You know, we got pushing really hard last year around this time for the different online content and ministries that we wanted to do, And to be honest, since our vacation, we've let a lot of that slip. We've not been doing the podcast. We've not been doing the weekly content like we were before. Really, this entire space hasn't been used probably in the last 2 or 3 months. Now, there's reasons for that. One factor that's really been affecting productivity is the fact, especially this last few weeks, is the fact that our second child could be born basically at any time now. And so it's hard to start things, get things going, and want to really do things when you think at any moment you're going to have to stop. Now, this real struggle that's become is the fact that she's not come yet. So it's kind of been wasted time because we've not started things because we thought that we'd have to stop them. But then it turns out that, it was a pipe dream maybe that she was going to come as early as we hoped that she would. Anyways, that's not what this is about. The real point is the fact that we are trying to figure out a better way to do the different ministry content. Doing the vlog content is kind of easy. I can take just a little bit of time in one day like this and put out a video on the family channel. But on the ministry channel, it takes a little bit more preparation, study time, note-taking, and things like that to be ready in order to produce that content. And so why I'm down here today is because I want to figure out a different way to do it. Instead of sitting on the couch and having the microphones and doing the long-form content, I want to find a way to do a lot of writing and study throughout the month, but then dedicate maybe 1 or 2 days a month to filming a larger batch of content that then can be put out over time. That's also going to give the opportunity to do more short-form content. The only issue is I don't exactly know how I want to do that yet. One thing I need to do, though, is fix this tripod head from jiggling around so much. That's too big. Hopefully this is small enough. Perfect. One thing you definitely don't want loosey-goosey is your tripod. So that'll definitely help. But what I'm kind of thinking at the moment is that I'd like to have the main camera, which is this one, kind of far back in the corner shooting this way. But I want to figure out ahead of time, before I'm ready to film, what it's going to actually look like. Because one big issue that I've ran into in the past is thinking that I can come in ready to film and also decide on what I want the shot to look like. And the truth of the matter is that just doesn't work. Especially, I think for people who are probably filming other stuff, like when you're filming other people as the talent, that's probably not a big deal. But when you're trying to record yourself and be prepared with what you want to talk about, it is definitely a pain to try to do it without first just figuring out what you want everything to look like. And so, the first thing I want to do before anything else is get this camera set up and figure out how and where I'm going to film. To be honest, I would really like to have like a small table, like right here, where I would be able to have some notes or some other stuff like that. Like right now, we're in a basement. So this ceiling is unfinished, and honestly, I don't really want that to be visible on camera. Even on this camera, filming the vlog background content, I'm not a big fan of showing how most of the space is unfinished. So in the instance right now, this camera is showing a little bit more of that roof line that I want, but I really don't want to have to adjust the this camera's showing a little bit more of the roof line than I would want, and an AC vent that runs along the back there. So instead of trying to adjust the focal length, because then you'd have to do that every single time, I want to just keep moving the camera up until it's in a pretty good spot to block that out, which it's still not really. Oh. I could also angle the camera down more, but I'm not really a big fan of how I think that would look. But it seems like unless I bring it way up here, we're going to have to angle down. But then you can't see me in the frame. This is probably going to take a minute. So after some work, I think I figured out some options, but they're different than what I was thinking. So I've got the tripod set up here to where I can use that shelf as a background for some footage and be able to shoot here. And then I've also attached this arm to this so I can swing over, maybe get an angle, something like that, swing over the other way, get some of these other background things. Obviously it's going to look different because this is my phone versus the big camera, but be able to swing, or just get the tried and true podcast setup in there. So I think that might be honestly one of the best bets right now for being able to film decently in this space. Because I feel like it's just going to make it a little bit more interesting. But this is so important to me because I feel like the hindrance to productivity is the ease of being able to do things. And so that's why we set up this studio in the first place, is to make things easier. But I still had it set up to take down, move around. I was never really happy with the camera angle and the way that things looked. And so for the soloness of this new season, because I doubt that my wife is going to be able to be in the podcast as much with a new baby, so I'm trying to figure out different ways to do it. And I think that this is going to work out pretty well. At least I hope that it does. And I hope that it helps me to be able to come down here and just quickly shoot some video. Now there's some things that need to be moved around. There's a rocking chair here that I'm not really happy with. There's definitely some more work to be done in this area to make it the video things that I want it to be. But hopefully this is going to help me to be more productive. Because I do feel like, especially spiritually, there's content that I need to be putting out that I haven't been lately. And I need to find a way to do it. And the best way to do that is to limit the number of obstacles to getting started. And I think that starts with the obstacle of setting the shot up, figuring out. And so I'm going to leave this tripod here. I'm going to leave what you're on right now where it's at, and try to not move anything except for just bringing the camera back and forth. And hopefully that's going to be able to help me film these videos further and be able just to put out the things that I want to put out. There was something else I was going to say, but I have no idea. So I guess that's going to do it for down here. It's Labor Day. I want to get upstairs and continue to spend time with family, and we've got some food to cook out this afternoon. I also need to spend some time today editing a video, because if I'm going to be honest, I haven't done the best job of that either. That probably goes back to the laziness thing. I think out of the last 5 videos we put up, I've probably edited 1, maybe 2 of those, and my lovely wife has been kind enough to do the others, but I definitely need to get back on that. And that's part of the reason that I'm actually filming this vlog on my phone, is because then I'll be able to edit it literally anywhere, anytime, and not have to worry about it. And that's a big part, too, of trying to actually get on track, be less lazy, and get things done. Eliminate all the obstacles and just actually start doing things. But there's one thing that I've not shared with you in this video yet that is definitely the biggest reason that I think I'm as lazy as I often am. And I'll give you one little hint. But that subject's actually going to be in its entirely own video, because I want to go into the details of it and the problems that it's caused for me, and possibly something that it's caused for you as well. But anyways, in the meantime, I think it's time that we get the birthday explosion cleaned up. And now it's hot dog lunchtime. Is that the best Labor Day food?
Yeah, but there's no hot dogs.
Oh, you ate them already? What about those two?
What about these? I just got my hands on them.
And I think you got ketchup on your face.
Oh, sorry.
The little man's down, and that means it's time to get to editing. The next video that's going to come out before this one, obviously. And I really want to make the excuses of, oh, I didn't sleep well last night, and it's a vacation day, and I'd like to rest, to not spend time editing. But that's the reason still that things don't get done. So trying to be better, trying to be less lazy. So I'm going to sit down, edit, probably let something play in the background while we do it, but grind and get this video done so that way the video for this week is able to come out and we don't have to worry about it. Save, and that's going to do it for video editing, at least for now. I'm about halfway through a fairly long video, but it's a good time to take a break. I think little man is waking up now, and we've still got a few more things that we want to do today. While we've been speaking about things not getting done as soon as we would like recently, that also goes for this.
Yeah, she's not made her appearance yet, and we're all a little upset.
Yeah, who's going to do it first? We got to do rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You did scissors too, I guess? I don't know what that was. You ready? Try again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Aw, did he get it?
Yeah.
It's okay. I brought another toy.
Yeah, but if
One of the coolest presents that he got for his birthday that he can't actually use because it's it's a little advanced for his age. Apparently mine too.
Now don't get this stuck in a tree.
I didn't really, Dad. You watch me. Watch me, Mommy.
I'm watching.
Can you hold this in your hand? Thanks. Fly that away from you. Sorry.
In my hair. It's
Sorry.
in.
Is it really in
Yeah, it's in my
Hold
hair.
on.
Sorry,
Thank
Mommy.
you. Oh gosh. I think we're gonna have to go inside. It's like real bad. So let's turn that off. And that's why I said that as cool as it is, it might not be the right present for his age group. But it's awesome. You're right, Brie. I think I just need to get the more expensive one.
No.
But I drive this one so gently. Look, I've hardly done anything to it. There's no scrapes or bruises or anything on this one. That's how it comes, so it looks cooler.
Gentle, eh?
See?
Well, yeah, when you just land and take off and then immediately land. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. His first response anytime that it gets bad is, I'm just gonna land. While he's doing that, let's take a quick look at how the burgers are coming along. Wow, I think they look pretty good. You know, it's about time that I'm not going to be able to be lazy anymore, because it won't be long before all these leaves come down and fill up our yard. But this year, I've gone for this problem. I think I'm going to get a new piece of machinery that should make a big dent in leaf cleanup. Dude, did you do this all by yourself?
No, Mommy helped.
Oh. I was going to give you the credit as a joke, but at least you're honest.
Let me move this track around.
Burgers are done. The food looks great. I'm very thankful for you putting it together. It's been a pretty good day. We did just realize that the mics that we thought we were using for this entire video with my phone, we were in fact not using. But you guys already know that, probably if this video came out from the beginning of the video. But anyways, we're going to dig into this food. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for this video. I've got to admit, I'm a little bit down considering the mics did not work with my phone. They work whenever you do a voice recording because we've already tried to record a podcast through it, so I'm not 100% sure why it didn't work in this regard. I'm going to have to do some research about that. Hopefully we'll be able to put something together out of this video, but it's a little bit discouraging considering the whole point of this video was trying to be more productive. One of those things on the list today was making this video, getting some content out, creating something, and it just didn't work out. But hopefully things will go better. The plan is to try to be more productive, to do better about those things and about putting together content and things like that. And so hopefully we'll be able to do that in the future. But until then, we'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and God bless. I also need to spend some time today. Man, that air conditioner killed me. Everything's plugged in? Okay. But that subject is going to, I think when it does the record flash on my screen, it doesn't actually record yet.